having a professional, Mrs. Devasurendra. Welcome, ma'am. So, good morning. So, prior to all, let me give a brief introduction about Mrs. Devasurendra. So, Mrs. Devasurendra is a chartered engineer and a qualified lead auditor and an experienced trainer with a strong background in standards and quality system. So, again, welcome, ma'am. So, as an experienced auditor, what are the common challenges organizations face when implementing ISO 50001?
One of the challenges is interpretation of the standard as applicable to the organization. So that is the difficult part. If you don't have interpreted it the appropriate way, then implementation is a problem. And also inadequacy of resources, maybe for the monitoring and measuring instruments, and there's no practice for that. And also past data is not available because the improvement depends on the past data. If you are not aware of current status and what you were earlier, then the improvement activities may not be realistic. So therefore those are the issues. And culture of the organization and the awareness of the employees, that is why we should have energy management certification should be well understood by employees. Then only you can build the commitment of the employees.
So madam, have you ever observed industry struggling with documenting energy baseline or energy review data?
Yes, that is also one of the problems, not having past data. To identify the baseline, you should know where you are, what is the current status. If you have past data, then you can compare it with the current data and decide what should be the baseline. Whether you can start from here or you have to decide the previous experience or data as the baseline, maybe the past one of the years. Then only you can see the trend in improvement. As you pass on the years, then you can see how improvement has been taken place. So the deciding the baseline is very important for improvement. And also energy review is required, because to decide baseline, that is also one of the factors that you need to look at how you have performed, and then only you can decide what are the activities or the trend in the improvement, like that.
Okay, sir. So, madam, we all know that you have conducted so many audits. So, based on the audit you have conducted, which energy performance indicators are most critical for industrial facilities?
That depends on. If it's a small scale organization, they may be having one or two indicators. So therefore they have to decide it. The company has to decide what is their most important indicator, because depending on the consumption, what is the significant energy that you are using. That means maybe electricity, any other fuel or firewood, whatever. Depending on that, you have to decide what should be the energy performance indicator. So for that, you have to study previous data again and see how you should be moving forward.
Okay, thank you, madam. And have you ever seen any practical ways organizations improve their energy efficiency without major investment?
Again, depends on the nature of the organization. If it is very high energy intensive organization, then it is difficult. It is little complicated. If it's a simple organization having very small process, I mean the single process or few processes, then the approach should be different. If it is a complex organization, that is, then you have to carefully study what are the high energy sources or the energy resources. high energy consumption areas or the machines, and what are the processes high energy consuming. So depending on that, you have to decide what are your energy performance indicators. So where there is a high consumption, there is a room for improvement, significant improvement. If you are selecting a very small energy consumption area, then the improvement may not be that significant. So therefore, you have to carefully identify, select where is the improvement is possible. High energy improvement is possible in which area or in which process, or what is the energy, whether it's electricity or fuel, like that.
Okay.
You have to decide what is the process.
Okay, thank you, madam. So finally, as a lead auditor, what advice would you give to a company planning to establish their first ISO 50000 certifications audit?
Okay. So this is general for any management system. You need to do a thorough internal audit and a management review before you go for the certification audit. That is because internal audit will help you to find out what are the improvement areas, and also what else you have to do and what you have been lacking. All those things will be exposed by the internal audit. So therefore, that's important. And also the management review is to look at how you have performed in terms of energy efficiency, energy consumption, etc. Then that also will be helpful to recommend new suggestions or areas for improvement, things like that. So those are the two key areas. But initially, you should have done, the organization should have done energy audit. So that is done by a technical consultant, because to see how your power factors are okay, what are the improvement areas, and whether energy efficiency could be improved by whatever the means. So the energy audit will suggest you to identify improvement areas.
Thank you, madam. That is so insightful. And thank you again for sharing your knowledge
Welcome.
with us.